I'm Betsy Coyne, and this is my masterclass, my Master Tech class. How well do you know your Zoom control bar? In this meeting, while the meeting is going on, you might need to mute yourself. If you look across the bottom of the screen, the control bar is comprised of different buttons, and the first one says mute. If you go ahead and click there, it is a toggle. So it takes one click and then it says unmute. So if you wanted to unmute yourself, you would click that button and it would switch to mute again. So it goes back and forth. There is a little tiny arrow next to that button, and that will bring you to settings. You can see the button next to that is similar in that it takes care of your video. See, right now in a Zoom meeting, how you see yourself is really how I see you. The video thumbnail is that rectangular shape that's on the screen with everyone who's attending the meeting. And this button controls whether your video is on or off. In most instances, if you are attending a class and you want to get credit, then many times it's required that you are seen, that your camera has to be on. We're going to skip all the way down to the other end of the bar, and there's a button called Reactions. If you click that button, you'll notice that you have 6 icons, and they all range from applause to thumbs up. There is a heart for showing love, and there's laughter and surprise and celebration. Now I'd like you to locate the participants button almost right in the middle of the Zoom control bar. This button, go ahead and click it, will bring up the participants list. The participants list will show you everyone who is in attendance in your meeting. In particular, there are a few things in there that you might want to use while the meeting or class is going on. So first of all, locate yourself and position your mouse pointer over your name in the participants list. And you will see a button pop up that says More. When you click on More, you're able to, you'll see a drop-down menu with other choices. And this allows you to rename yourself. Oftentimes, if you've entered the meeting, just because of the way you entered or the way your application is, or if you're entering from a device that named you, the name might be incorrect. That just has to do with the way it worked out. So renaming yourself is very important, especially again, if you are attending a meeting or a class, and it's important that you've been told that your legal name be placed in the participants list for attendance purposes or to get credit. This is how you would rename yourself, and that name is going to show up at the bottom of your video thumbnail. At the bottom of the participants list, and you might have to scroll down or make the participants list bigger, there is a strip of colorful icons at the bottom. And those are nonverbal feedback toolbars. That's their formal name. It starts with the blue raise hand, and you could show me that you've located it just by clicking the raise hand. A little blue hand icon appears next to your name in the participants list as well as in your video thumbnail, and then that button changes to say lower hand. So you are capable of hitting the raise hand button without unmuting yourself, and that alerts the instructor or leader or host that you have a question, and then you can be called upon at that time. So it's a great way to non-verbally communicate that you have a question, and then you wait until the section where the Q&A will be taken. The host or leader does have a button to clear all. So for those out there who are instructors, you can tend to each question one-on-one and then lower the hand at that point, or when the whole Q&A is done, you have one button and it does say clear all. There is another button in your Zoom control bar which says chat. And go ahead and click on that. The chat box or window opens up what we call the chat room. You can think of it that way. The chat room is a place to also communicate non-verbally in a class or meeting where you're muted for one reason or another. If you need to stay muted during a certain period of time and you want to write something down or remember it, the chat is a great place to do that. If you want to see more videos, be sure to hit the subscribe button, and that bell next to it will notify you anytime a new Master Tech class pops up.